Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is my December TBR. So I was trying to think of something that would be fun to do for the last TBR of the year. I almost said month. I mean, it's the last month of the year, so but I couldn't really think of anything that I was able to really do here at the dorm. I've seen some really interesting ones, I know Destiny, she does a board game, and I think that's really fun. I might do that for January, I'm not sure. But I was trying to think of what would be something fun that I could do that would kind of be I don't want to say interactive with you guys, but I'd be finding out while you guys are finding out. I wouldn't have already pre-picked them. So I decided to do a random wheel generator. So I've seen a lot of videos where people use this to pick their TBR, but most of the time I've seen them where the person spins the wheel and it either picks a genre fantasy, romance, nonfiction, things like that, or it'll be tropes like brother's best friend or second chance romance and things like that. I've even seen a couple times where people do the prompts that you would pick out of a jar, but they do it on the wheel instead. So book with a flower on the cover or something. I've seen many different ways, but one way that I haven't seen, I'm not saying it's not been done, I just personally have not seen a video with it, was literally just putting a bunch of book titles in and just spinning and picking a book title. I'm sure it exists, I'm not taking any credit for creating this idea or anything, I'm just saying I haven't seen it, and so I thought, oh, that'd be something different than the other ones that I see normally. So I do not know how many I have on here, but you can see how small these are. I have a lot on here. I pretty much just picked a bunch of books that I've either recently wanted to read, need to read because I have had them for too long and they need to get off my physical TBR. Some books that I think may or may not be involved with other videos in the upcoming month. Just a bunch of books. So basically I think I'm gonna go, I feel normally I pick 5 or 6 books in a month. I think I'm gonna go with 8 just because it is gonna be December and I will get to go home in December and have much more time to read. I'm not saying I'm getting to all 8 books, but I just think it'd be more fun to do it that way. So that's what today's video is. I hope it won't be too long just because it'll be picking, being oh, this is what it is, talking about it, whatever. But if you like this video and you want to see me do this again next month, you can comment that down below. Or if you have other ideas for different videos you want to see me do, or other versions of picking my TBR videos that you want to see, you can also do that by commenting down below. But yeah, let's get into the video. Okay, so I'm sorry if this is hard to see because I'm just going to be showing you guys the screen. I'll try to put it up closer, but I'm not good with editing. I don't know how to screen record on my computer and then get it on my phone to then edit it. It's, you know, I'm tech savvy, but I'm not that tech savvy. At least not yet. My sibling may be helping me over winter break to figure out how to edit a little bit better. I don't know, we'll see. But basically I'm just gonna spin it. You guys will see the book. I'll put the book up on the screen. I'll talk about it. Sorry, I thought there was a bug. I'm sorry. Let's just get into picking the first book. I think I'm gonna pick 8. I don't know if I said that earlier, but yeah, I think I'm gonna pick 8. And if one of these books that you may see while it's spinning, if it doesn't get picked but I still read it, it's just because some of these books are books that I'm planning on reading for videos, so just bear with me. But I still wanted to put them on the TBR because why not help myself complete a TBR? Because I've never completed a full TBR. I got really close in August, but I didn't actually complete that one, so alright. Also, don't mind the random ads that'll pop up. Okay, I love this wheel. Oh my god, yes. I was gonna read this even if it didn't come up. But it's Fuel the Fire, which is the 3rd to last book in the Addicted Calloway Sisters series. I cannot wait to read that book. I love Rose and Connor. I cannot wait to get back into their point of views, especially with what's going on in the world right now. like the character's world, not like the, you know, actual world. Oh my god, I'm so excited that I got that. I literally cannot wait to read that book. Also, I don't know if I said this in my last video, but the Addicted Cowboy Sister series is now on Kindle Unlimited, which I'm so excited about because I like reading the physical books when I'm at home, but sometimes like when I'm going to bed and I want to read, it's just easier to read on my Kindle, so I can read on either one now, and I'm so happy. So that's like the best book that could have been picked first. Like, hello? This is amazing. I literally cannot believe that I got that as my first book, but the first book on our December TBR is Fuel the Fire by Krista and Becca Ritchie. I can't really go into much about what the book's about because like it's at the end of a large series, so like I don't want to spoil stuff, but if you have read the series, you know what I'm about to get into. I'm so excited, but also like I'm just I knew going into this series that I was going to like it. Like, I could just tell based on how other people that I know who've read it, or other like booktubers and things who I've watched for a while who have talked about loving the series. I knew I was gonna like it, but I did not realize how literally addicting it would get. Hence, I think it's funny that it's called the Addicted Calloway Sister series because it is literally addicting. So much so that I literally tried to get every Excuse me. Sorry, my computer did something weird. Okay, anyways, I'm really excited about this because like I said, I was definitely going to read this in December anyways. I would love to finish the series by the end of the year, but I really just feel like that's unrealistic, just with how long the books are. But maybe we'll see how things are going and see if I can finish it or not. But if not, I will definitely be finishing it early 2024, like maybe even in January. So don't worry, we're almost done, and I love them so much. I can't. We need to stop talking about it. We need to go to the next book. Okay, our next book is yes. Okay, so the next book is Behind the Net. That's really exciting. I love that. Why can't I think of Stephanie Archer? Is that her name? I really hope that's right. That's really, really embarrassing. But the picture's up here. You can see the author's name on the picture. But I think it's Stephanie Archer. I've been wanting to read this for a while. I know a lot of people read it and like raved about it and loved it. The second book on our December TBR, Y'all, why can I never speak in these videos? Okay, the second book on our December TBR is Behind the Net. All right, our third book is okay, another book that I'm also really excited to have. I won't lie, I mean, most of these I'm excited about, but there are definitely some on here that I'm kind of like, I need to read them, but I don't really want to read them. Which I know, saying that, some people might be like, well, if you don't want to read it, don't read it. I just mean that, like, it's not, I don't have as much of a draw to read it as I did when I first bought it, but I've had it for years, and, like, it feels like a waste of money to keep buying all these books and not read them, so I at least want to try to read it. Anyways, back to this. So, Twisted is our third book on our December TBR, my December TBR. It's the fourth book, I think, in the Never After series by Emily McIntyre. I really enjoyed the first three. I feel like the first one's still my favorite, even though I rated them all generally the same. I do think the first one like sticks out more to me, and I liked it a lot. The second one was kind of iffy for me. There were parts I liked, but then parts that I didn't really like. And then the third one was like, it was kind of a blur. Like, I don't really remember a whole lot from it. And not like in a bad way, I just like, I read it really quickly and like, I just kind of don't remember. So I'm excited to see how I feel about this one, because I have heard a lot of people like this one. So, I mean, I've heard that everyone likes all of them, but anyways, I'm excited about this one. I actually do have this physical copy at home as well, but it's also on Kindle Unlimited, so I can read it in any platform that I want, whenever I want. If I'm in bed and I want to use my Kindle, great. If I'm in bed and I want to read the book, great. If I'm, you know, wherever I am, whatever. If I decide to read it before I go back home, I can, because I don't have it here with me, but I have my Kindle with me. So I'm very excited about this third book to add to my TBR. Okay, fourth book? Yeah, it's our fourth one. Four is my favorite number, so this better be a good book. Okay, that's actually that's so funny. Okay, so Tell Me Lies is a book, but it's also a TV series on Hulu, which I watched a while ago. I don't even like probably when it first came out. And then I was bored the other day and I just wanted something quick and easy to watch. And so I put it back on and I finished it again in like a day. Because I mean it's only like 10 episodes, and there's only one season so far. But it's not that I like, because it's basically about a very toxic relationship, and it's not like I like the relationship, but like the drama and like the some of the kind of almost suspense that there is. And since I haven't read the book, I don't really know what's supposed to be like happening and going on. Like I may miss certain things that are like, oh whoa. But I've been really excited to read the book because I do really like the series, and so I'm hoping that the book kind of lives up to that or is better than that, because usually books are better than their movie or TV adaptations, but I don't know, we'll see. But I am excited about that one because it's like, it's romance, but it's also more of like drama, and like, I don't know, sometimes it's entertaining to read about other people's drama and you not have to have any sort of stress about it because it's not your drama. So I am very excited about that book. I will say that, again, it's about a very toxic relationship, so like if those things are things you don't like to read about, I would probably not suggest reading this book. Again, I'm going based off the TV series and the few things that I've heard about people who've read the book. If you don't like toxic relationships, do not read. I mean, when I say toxic relationships, I don't mean like for yourself. I just mean like if you like reading or watching about them, go ahead. If you don't. It's as simple as that. So this is the 4th book on my December TBR. Alright, on to our 5th book. It's so weird watching these backwards. Okay, so our next book is 9 Days. I've heard that this is very sad. I don't remember if it was like Instagram or TikTok, but I saw some sort of kind of like video about the book. And I just heard that it's very, very sad. But I feel like it's been a while since I've read a book that's like really sad. I mean, like, okay, there are books that I've read recently that have made me sad or made me cry, but they aren't like a sad book. Do you know what I mean? They're just sad parts in there. But I've heard this book is sad, so I'm like excited, but I'm also nervous because sad books sometimes are really like hard hitters and like, wow, I love that, that was so good. And then other times it's just like, wow, that was just really sad, and like I need some happiness in my life. So, but maybe that's a good time to read it, is during Christmas, because like there's so much joy, at least for me, during Christmas time. So, and who knows, maybe I didn't put any Christmas books on here just because like there aren't any that I'm like, oh, I really, really, really want to read that. But I may do a reading vlog with Christmas books. I don't know, I haven't decided. But if I read this, then maybe I'll just read a Christmas book to make my day a bit better. I don't know, we'll see. But this is the 5th book on my December TBR. Okay, so we only have 3 more books to use this for, but so far I feel like this has really been working well. I really love my TBR. I don't think there is one book on there that I'm kind of like, I wish it was a different book. I mean, there are obviously books that you know, if I'm only picking 8 out of the 33 that there are going to be books that I'm kind of like disappointed that didn't make it, but so far none of the ones that are on there am I disappointed made it on there, if that makes sense. If I could read all 33 books in December, that would be amazing, but I think that would mean I would literally never leave my home and would have to stop studying for finals and just go into reading mode, which sounds really nice, but would be very much regretted later on, so we'll not be doing that. But here is our 6th book. Sorry for my shaky hands. Okay, so this is the first book that I'm kind of like, yeah. I've had The Kiss Thief for a while. It's by LJ Shen. I don't know. I got it like 2 or 3 years ago. I think it's like an interesting book, like the trope. I don't think it's something I wouldn't dislike. I just kind of like don't have, I don't know. It's not something I'm really drawn to, but I have it. I might as well read it. It's like, it's a standalone. It's not even like it's a series. It's pretty I mean, like, it's like the book physically itself is like tall, but it's pretty short. I don't know how many pages, but it doesn't look as thick as other books that I have on my bookshelves, so it's okay. I'm not thrilled about it, but I mean, there was bound to be a book or two on here that I wasn't thrilled about. So the sixth book on my TBR is the Keith. Don't even have my retainers in. Why am I like having a lisp when I'm trying to say it with an S? Okay. The sixth book on our December TBR is The Kiss Thief by LJ Shen. Oh my goodness. Okay, on to the seventh book. Okay, time for our seventh book. Sorry again about my shaky hands. Okay, I am excited about that one. So we have The Right Move by Liz Tomford. Okay, again, I say Tom Ford, but I did hear one person say Tom Forde. I don't know which one's right, so I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong, but I've heard Tom Ford more, so that's what I'm gonna go with. But anyways, this is the seventh book on my December TBR. Super, super excited about that, about this one. Again, I think I explained this in last month's TBR, but like Mile High was good. I mean, it wasn't my favorite, but like I enjoyed it. I didn't like regret reading it. But I've heard so many good things about The Right Move that I really can't wait to read it, because I even know people who DNF'd Mile High, but literally like 5-starred The Right Move. So I'm feeling like if I liked Mile High, I'm gonna love The Right Move. So very much excited about that being my seventh book on the December TBR. Okay, so before I pick my eighth book for my December TBR, I do want to say that I have 2 books that were pre-ordered that come out in December, and that is Heartstopper Volume 5 and Ruthless Vows, which is the second book to Divine Rivals. I may read those this month, I may not wait, so it's possible that some of these books on the TBR may not get read because I may read those instead. But I just wanted to preface that. I did not put them in this generator, but they are basically also on my TBR. I feel like Ruthless Vow is a little less likely to be read just because it's supposed to come out and be delivered like the day before I leave for a trip. So I may not be able to, and I don't come back until January from that trip. So I don't know, that one might not get read, but Heartstopper probably will, because I can read that in like an hour or two. So yeah, okay, train of thought has been lost. Let's just pick the eighth book. Okay, so we got Twisted Lies by Anna Huang. The only reason I made that face and that noise was not because I don't want to read it, I do. But I've been trying to read this book for months. Oh my god. I literally started it right before I left for college, which was my fault. That was a stupid idea. I should not have done that, because I annotate these books. Well, I was not bringing it with me. That book stays safe at home where it belongs. So I haven't been able to read it since August. But like it's on Kindle Unlimited, and part of me is like, just read it and then annotate it later. But like all the other ones are annotated with my first impressions, which is what so I'm just kind of frustrated because like I want to finish it, but like I also know that this now means I have to wait to read this book until I go home, because like I've already waited this long. And also I really thought this one was going to be my favorite, but because I've kind of now just pushed it off, I kind of dread it. But I'm really hoping that as I read it, maybe like that feeling of dread will go away and more of the excitement will come back. And I want to keep picking, like, this is so fun. I want to do, I can't do 9, I have to do 10. Like, I need it to be an even number. But I feel like 10 is just a lot. I don't know. Should I do 10? I mean, I probably won't read all of them, but should I just pick 10 to have more options to pick from? Or is that just kind of like letting me be too like roaming free? You know what? No. Merry Christmas to all of you. I'm gonna put 10 books on my TBR this month. We're gonna do 10 because why not? But okay, the 8th book on my December TBR is Twisted Lies by Anna Huang. Okay, so this is for you guys. These are 2 extra books that I'm putting on my TBR. They may not get read because I don't even know if I can do 8, but we'll see. So this is the 9th book. Oh, okay. So this is another book that I've had for a really long time that similar to Twisted Lies, I'm kind of like, I keep like wanting to read it, but then like I don't want to read it. I don't know. I'm excited because I do hope that I can get to it so that I can finish it, because like I've said, I've had it for a really long time. But I also wouldn't get your hopes up. I may not read it. But that's okay. You know, not every book on a TBR is going to be my favorite thing in the world, so that's okay. But I also think there's just certain books that I'm just so like I want to read so bad, like Fuel the Fire, that I'm like nothing else matters. But that is the 9th book on my December TBR. Okay, so this is now finally the last book on my TBR. This is the 10th book. There are probably 3 books. Yeah, there are probably 3 books on here that I really, really want to get picked. 4 books that I really, really want to get picked, because I really want to read. But if they don't, that's okay. But I don't know, there's just something that's drawing me to those books right now, so we'll see if I can get one of the 4. Oh my god, I got one of them. Okay, so even though I know I've talked about not really liking The Fine Print, which is the first book in this series, Terms and Conditions I've heard a lot of people really, really like, and I really, really want to read Love Redesigned, but I have told myself that I will not read that book until I finish the Dreamland Billionaire series, because I know that they're not like you have to read them that way, but like they're like interconnected in a sense. And so I have to finish this before I can read Love Redesigned. And also I've heard that people really love this one compared to like the other 2. So, I mean, I've heard like some people like love Terms and Conditions and some people love The Final Offer, but I feel like generally The Fine Print was always like, that one was my least favorite. So I have hope that it's going to go up from here. So I'm very excited that that book is on my TBR. It's on, I think it's on Kindle Unlimited, but if it's not, then I have to wait till I go back home. But I'm pretty sure that's on Kindle Unlimited, so very, very excited about that and cannot wait to hopefully read that in December. Okay, so that was my video for this week. I don't know if this is going to be a video that I post on Sunday or like Monday, or if this is going to be something I post like Friday or Saturday. But either way, this is my December TBR. My November reading wrap-up will probably be posted either, if you're, how do I want to word this? It'll depend on when I post this, when I then film and post my reading wrap-up, but it shouldn't be too far from the beginning of December. It might be like the first-ish week, like first full week of December. But like I said, I have finals and things coming up and still kind of going on right now, so I don't have a whole lot of time to do stuff, which also includes reading. But I'm really trying to finish this last book for my reading wrap up, and hopefully I can get it done before my, before the month is over. But okay, that's next video stuff. Focus back on this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna do a little recap of all of the books that I have on my December TBR. If my iPad would open, that'd be great. Okay, so the first book is Fuel the Fire by Kristen Becker-Ritchie. The second book is Behind the Net by, okay, you know what? I wasn't even sure the first time. We're not gonna say it the second time in case it's wrong. Twisted by Emily McIntyre. Tell Me Lies, can't remember the author. 9 Days, can't remember the author. Also, a lot of the times when I say can't remember the author, I have an idea, but I'm not confident enough to say it. So I just go with, and I've already started this segment, so I don't feel like going and looking up their names. I'm sorry. The Kiss Thief by L.J. Shen, The Right Move by Liz Tomford, Twisted Lies by Anna Huang, Archer's Voice by Mia Sheridan, and Terms and Conditions by Lauren Asher. Again, I also showed you guys like a picture over here or over here, wherever I put it, of all the books. You can see the authors. If I didn't do that, I would definitely tell you guys the authors' names so you guys can go look for them yourselves. But those are the 10 books that I have on my TBR, including my little extra ones, Heartstopper and Rootless Vows. But I'm super, super excited for just December in general, Christmas time, holiday time, semester ending time, relaxation time. That's December. But I will say I'm going on a trip at the end of the year, which I already said. I don't know how frequent I'll get to get those videos out, so there may be some videos that do actually end up getting posted in 2024, like in January, that are from December. But like I'll specify either at the beginning of the video or in the description or something if it's like, if I'm doing a December reading wrap up. I mean, no, oh my goodness. Yeah, no, if I'm doing a December reading wrap up and it's like, you know, January, and it's like, I don't even know what I'm talking about. Ignore me. Just, I'm gonna stop talking now because I don't even know what I'm trying to say. But I think you guys understand what I mean. If it's clearly like, okay, no wait, this is what I was trying to say. So like if I do like a reading vlog and I post it in January, but like clearly it was December when I did all this, that's why. Okay, I'm gonna shut up now. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, great. Like, comment, subscribe, all of those things. Again, my goal is to try to hit 50 subscribers by the end of the year. I'm very, very close. I have 46, and I'm thankful to all 46 of you. I don't know, I feel like 50 is just like a good number. Like, okay, if I can hit 50 this year, then maybe next year I can get 100, because then that'd be just another 50. But again, I do this for my own personal enjoyment. I don't do this to like, oh my god, look, I have all these subscribers. But I mean, it is also nice when I do this, and like I do have to put time and effort into making these and editing these to then see like, oh wow, people are actually enjoying this and wanting to see more. So I like when you guys, you know, comment and subscribe and all of that stuff. But anyways, I hope you all are having a great day, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!